Alright, I think we are live, my dudes. Welcome back to Pokemon Showdown. And today, I don't know why I said it like that. And today, we're going to be saying goodbye to Reg C, effectively. Because I'm pretty sure on July 1st, we start Reg D. And that has a lot of new Pokemon in it that will shake things up a lot. Which is always exciting, but always very scary. Reg C has been real special for me. I know I didn't make that many videos on it. In fact, I might have only made... Actually, I don't think I made any videos on Reg C. Wait, I think the last Pokemon Showdown video I did was still during Series 2 with the flying roaring moon. There was that one video that I recorded, but I never got around to editing though because I lost the drive for a bit. But that's besides the point. Today we're just gonna be going over two teams that I've always meant to go over, but are kind of in limbo until I finish this one video. But this is the live stream where I discuss my first ever regional team. They didn't have these names, I swear. I came up with these names like literally a while ago. But this is the first team that I used at Fort Wayne Regional. Oh, I also need to have my phone open so that I can read chat. Hold on. I always forget this part. Okay, there we go. Hi, Christopher. How you doing? Okay, so this is the team that I used at my first ever Pokemon Regional that I went to. It was super fun, had a great time. We'll be having a video on that soon. Hopefully very soon. I am very excited to finish editing that video, but also editing is a pain in every single way until you are done with editing, in which case the editing process was great. Thanks for asking. I'm good. I'm glad to hear it, Christopher. Glad to hear it, as always. So let's go over a little bit. This is a little bit upgraded from what I actually used. Scizor used to have Expert Belt. Dragonite used to have Stomping Tantrum instead of Rock Slide. Fluttermane... No, Fluttermane was the same. And Talonflame just used to be Terra Flying, but now it's Terra Ghost. Is the gist. But starting off the team here, we have a Talonflame named Flutter. Flutter was the name of my original Talonflame in X and Y. So, just having the same name helped me out a lot. Pokemon I'm quite familiar with. I really like using Talonflame. Just is a very good speed control support Pokemon with Tailwind and Brave Bird, and we have Will-O-Wisp to lower the attack of other physical attackers, and we can also Will-O-Wisp Dragonite, but I'll get into that later. Or Will-O-Wisp Fluttermane if we really need to. Those are both not terrible options for dealing with things that are kind of popular, or were expected to be kind of popular in the format. And we just have Protect, because Protect is always good to have on Pokemon. And Covert Cloaks that, even if we do get faked out, we can still use a move that turn. We're not getting speed dropped by Icy Wind. Yeah, that's basically just... Next we have Palafin, and I've always been a pretty big Palafin guy. And this Palafin is no exception. It's a pretty generic Palafin set. We just have like the Jet Punch, Wave Crash, Haze, and Protect. Water type moves do big damage once you enter Palafin Hero for me. We also have Terra Water. Oh yeah, Terra Ghost is also just so you can avoid Fake Out and Extreme Speed and other normal type moves that might give you problems. But we have Mystic Water, and basic old Palafin is just to get into hero form and get it to start jet punching things like other Fluttermanes or Chi-Yus or things that really don't want to take that hit. As need to, how you doing? And then Palafin just has Protect. And we have Haze in order to... Haze is really our only way to deal with Dondozo. And not that Dondozo's been pretty popular, but I mean, before Reg C came out, it was pretty popular, so it was important to have at least one Dondozo counter. Also, Haze allows you to get rid of Intimidates, maybe caused by Arcanine. So if you're not burned, you're still you can still afford to Haze, and then get rid of every dropped stat on Palafin. And then we don't have any speed investment just because we want to be able to take hits and throw out hits like crazy. Next up we have Fluttermane. Now Fluttermane is a pretty general set. All of our EVs are just set so that we can live the Palafin, either Baby Palafin, Terra Water, Jet Punch, like pretty safely. And the bulk helps with a bunch of other things. But we trade off some of our special attack for more bulk, so we can survive things. And we need to be max speed, because if you're not max speed, then you're not speed tying other Fluttermanes, and you're not also speed tying Chien-Pao, because Chien-Pao and Fluttermane have the same speed, and they're both equally able to destroy each other, which is a little scary. But our Fluttermane is a full-on choice specs offensive set with Terra Fairy. You get Shadow Ball, you get Dazzling Gleam, you get Moonblast, and you get Thunderbolt. And Thunderbolt is a really good coverage move, especially since Gyarados has been popping off this format. It's really nice to have Thunderbolt sometimes. I don't know if I'm going to keep Fluttermane choice specs. You could rework this set in a lot of different ways. Basically, Iron Hands has become really popular since the start of the format. And this team doesn't really have an Iron Hands answer other than just leading Fluttermane and Palafin, and then getting Palafin to hero form before, the Iron Hands can sweep you. And if it Terra Fires, then you kill with Palafin. If it doesn't, then you Dazzling Gleam it or you Moonblast it. And if it Terra Grasses, you probably use one of these guys to kill it, or Flutter. Or you burn it. So, you have options. Moving into Sao Sword Art Online, we have a Chien-Pao, which is new for this format. With Reg C, they added all the ruined Pokemons, and I like Chien-Pao the best, probably. I also like Ting-Lu, but Ting-Lu, I just didn't bring on this team because Ting-Lu is not a hyper offense Pokemon. Favorite pseudo legendary? I think I had that in my favorite Pokemon ranking video. I don't remember which one I picked though. It might have been, I want to say Garchomp or Tyranitar. Either one of those two, I can't remember. But our Chien-Pao has the moves Ice Spinner, Sucker Punch, Sacred Sword, and Protect. Just good type coverage and good damaging moves. Also Sword of Ruin lowers the defense of everything, and because we have a lot of physical attackers on the team, it's really nice to have that ability. And Focus Sash counters the fact that we are super frail. It makes it so that we can take at least one hit, and Terra Ghost is just for dodging fake outs, dodging extreme speeds again, dodging opposing Chien-Pao Sacred Swords, but you do have to be careful whenever you use it, because then they can just Sucker Punch you on the next turn. What else with Ghost? Ghost, you just dodge fighting type moves. Like, that's the real thing about Terra Ghost. Next we have Scizor, which was a bit of a meta pick. I do think the Scizor set works out really well, especially with the way I've done the EVs. But our Scizor set is Life Orb, Technician, so the moves that are getting boosted here are Bullet Punch and Trailblaze, and we'll go into Trailblaze a little bit later, and why we're Terra Grass. But Bullet Punch does massive damage to Fluttermane, to Chien-Pao. U-Turn does massive damage to all of the Ruins because they're all Dark type. And if you lead Palafin Scizor turn 1, you can switch Palafin out, bring something else, and then you can U-turn so that turn 2 you can have Hero Form Palafin. And that tech is really helpful sometimes whenever you need to switch out Palafin into its Hero Form as soon as possible, and Scizor can afford to take a few hits. But with Trailblaze, this is a bit of a unique tech, I will say, but Trailblaze is actually really helpful for beating things like Iron Bundle, or Dondozo once I get stats down, or just water types in general. Also, you could do it into Ting-Lu, or the main reason that I slotted it on is because I wanted to hit Terra Water Amoonguses, because Scizor ideally wants to hit Fluttermane, but you can't do that if Amoongus is sitting next to Fluttermane because it'll Rage Powder. So I decided Terra Grass wasn't such a bad option, because with Terra Grass you are able to ignore powder moves. And then with Trailblaze and Technician, it becomes a 75 base power move, but your Technician, or Yeah. With Technician, it becomes a 75 base power move, but if you Terastallize into Grass, that means that now the base power of Trailblaze is raised to 60, which makes it a 90 base power move with Technician, which is pretty strong. Not gonna lie, that's pretty good. Technician's 60, right? Yeah, 60. Just gotta make sure before I make myself sound real dumb. But when Terrestrialization raises the power to move to 60, it becomes a 90 base power move, which is really handy coverage on Scizor. And you might be thinking, why pick Terra Grass on Scizor when you're still going to be weak to Fire-type moves? And the thing I really think about that is, if you're using Scizor to counter Fire-type moves, you're really just kind of wasting the Terra slot. Like, you have Palafin, you have Dragonite who can handle Fire-types, Fluttermane, or not Fluttermane, Talonflame is itself a fire type and can Brave Bird things, so you're not totally out of options when trying to work around that way. But the purpose of Scizor on the team is just to counter, like, Terra Waters and maybe the occasional Terra Ground. So, like, I could run Terra Water Terra Blast, but then that just doesn't do as much damage. It's just not as good. I can't really think of any matches specifically where I would need Terra Waters, or I don't think there's really any other common Terra, maybe Fighting for close combat. You could run close combat on Scizor, but the downside of doing that is you gain a better ability to hit Steel types, but you lose the ability to you gain the ability to hit Steel types, but you're dropping your stats. You're dropping your defenses every time you do that. And with Scizor, it was really nice just because it's a pretty bulky set. Our defense EVs are basically just so we can take a Palafin Hero Form Wave Crash when we're not Terra Grass. Trailblaze is also really helpful for Palafin Mirrors. Just water types in general. There's a lot of water types. Just trust me on that. Trailblaze, it's probably my favorite tech that I've come up with so far. Just considered using. Next up, we have Dragonite, who's the last one, but one of the more important ones. Dragonite EVs, I stole these from somebody. I don't remember who, but they were like, use these. And I was like, great, I will take them for my own. But what we got with Dragonite here is we have the usual Terra normal set and E-Speed, but our Dragonite has Facade. So as I mentioned before, Talonflame has a Will-O-Wisp, so you could Will-O-Wisp Dragonite itself, Terra normal, Facade, and then you're doing 140 base power move, which is really strong. Or if somebody else statuses you with Will-O-Wisp, Arcanine is one of the Pokemon that comes to mind. You can just Facade into that slot and really not care. Also, Inner Focus makes it so that you're not getting intimidated. Assault Vest makes you pretty tanky since you don't have any moves. And previously I had Stomping Tantrum in place of Rock Slide, but Stomping Tantrum really wasn't doing that much except increasing... It just gives me the ability to hit Steel types, but some of the Steel types really aren't worth hitting. I still need to figure out Dragonite's move pool, because I like it having Ice Spinner to get rid of Terrain, because then I don't need to have Sow in order to get rid of the Terrain. But Terrain's really not that common in this format, is the thing. Like, you see the sometimes an Indeedee team. Wait, it hasn't really felt that common, at least at the start. I haven't been playing in this format for like the last month, just because I've been Tears of the Kingdoming and not doing this, but who knows. Rock Slide, it's just useful for like hitting Gyarados or trying to get flinches. I mean, you're not particularly fast, but you're at least faster than things that are slow, so that's a plus. And yeah, that's the first team, so let's do a couple of fights. And we'll see how it goes. Might not be a lot of people playing Reg C right now. Y'all might be prepping for Reg D. This might take a while. This is taking a while. Oh, here we go. Okay, this is like a super standard team. I think... Is this the Wolf Glick? Something about this looks so familiar. We're gonna agree to open team sheets, so they're gonna know all my secret stuff, but I'm gonna know all their secret stuff. I'm not quite sure how I want to start this match. I think Fluttermane appears really strong at the start. And Palafin as well. Palafin would be nice just for stopping things. Then we could have tanky Dragonite and... I'm hesitant to put Scizor in the back. I'm gonna put Scizor in the back. Tinglu's Assault Vest. Okay, they start with a pretty good lead for us. What we can afford to... Okay, so we beat them in the speed tie because we're max speed and their booster energy boosted their special attack. So right now we could afford to just Shadow Ball into the Fluttermane, or we could... Is that Chiyu Choice Scarf? What is that Chiyu? Wait, what is that Chiyu? Okay, the Chiyu's Leftovers. Yeah, I think this is the Wolf Glick set. They're Terra Fairy on Fluttermane and Terra Water on Chiyu. I could just afford to Dazzling Gleam and then just Protect this turn. Okay, they Terra Water and Protect. That's fine with me. I'd like to see how much damage they're going to do. They Nasty Plot. I'm okay with that. Shouldn't be that fast. If I Terra Fairy'd, I could just kill the Chiyu. And Jet Punch would do massive damage into the Fluttermane, too. That's not... Yeah, I mean, if Iron Hand comes out, they're not going to like that. They'll take massive damage no matter what they do here. I could switch out Palafin. I feel kind of fine leaving it in. Even if Palafin goes down, I still have other ways to beat the Pokemon that they could have in the back. Okay, they go into Amogus. I'm pretty okay with that. That I'm not so okay with. How much does this do to Amogus? Okay, not a great chunk. Jet Punch did 11%. It did 33. So Wave Crash... That's not enough, is it? This Wave Crash will do 22. And we do 33. No, this should kill. Problem is, I don't know if we kill the Chiyu anymore, though. It might just barely be in range. No, we don't. Ah, and Amogus is Citrus Berry, that's right. Ah, and a critical hit Palafin, that's so bad. Oh well, they're gonna Pollen Puff here. Ah, that's bad. I mean, I can afford to do this. They're just gonna side Pollen Puff. We know we're faster than Chiyu. At least Palafin lived. Okay, does Jet Punch still... No. Still dealing out massive damage, though. I think in the interest of preserving Fluttermane, I'm going to swap that out. And then... We really don't need Scizor. I'm just going to sack Scizor. Okay, Waterfall into that slot. I'm okay with that. I might just bring out Fluttermane. We can afford to Dazzling Gleam will kill Gyarados. They might want Amoonguss back in is the thing. Extreme Speed should bring it back into range. Protect? Yeah. See, now they can afford to do redirection. So I wonder if I should just extreme speed the Amoonguss and then sack Palafin. I switched in Gyarados. They called it right. Okay, we got kind of lucky there, though. I think the logical thing to do here is... No, they don't have to protect. They don't have to protect. But I kind of need to count on the fact that they're going to mess up. Nah, we don't get it. Okay, that's fine. They had a good call there. Does their Amoonguss not have redirection, or am I just stupid? No, their Amoonguss has Rage Powder. I don't know why. I E-Speed in the Chiyu and then Dazzling Gleam, and they just lose in that one turn. Well, whatever. They called it right. They got it. I'm also out of practice. I mean, I don't want to say that after I lost, but I'm out of practice with this team just because I haven't been playing Pokemon. I don't play Pokemon, so I don't know what you're talking about. You're just gonna trust me, Zenitsu. Trust me 100%. Oh, this is a bit of a crazy team. Is this a gimmick I'm not aware of yet? This looks like a gimmick I'm not aware of yet. Can I see what you have, please? Fluttermane looks pretty good here to start. Matches up well against a lot of the theoretical threats. Also Scizor on the side, although I'm gonna hate it if they go Terra Grass or Rule Edge. And we'll just have Sword Art Online and Dragonite in the back. Okay. So what they could Terastallize here and then like Ice move, and that would really stink. I kind of want this thing gone as soon as possible. So let's do this. Okay, they do swap into Cerebral Edge. They go Steel. Terra Steel Bullet Punch. Interesting. Well, now I lose. That's the thing about team sheets, is now I lose. We don't like entirely lose though. Actually, with Bullet Punch we kind of do. Yeah, if it's Terra Steel we just lose here. Doesn't have a thing that touches steel types is the problem. Okay, lit. They decided not to click Bullet Punch. Relentless Punch, Chin Pow. Wait, this is totally winnable. Let's... I want to assume that my... Iron Tooth. I want to assume that my Chin Pow is going to win the speed tie and then Sucker Punch this Cerule Edge. But if it goes for, like, Taunt or something, then we're screwed. But if it goes for Bitter Blade, then we're also screwed. Bullet Punch into that is, like, the most... I'm just going to count on us winning the speed tie. We have a Focus Sash. Okay. Did we win the speed? We did. We might have won the speed tie. If they're slower than us, we might have won the speed tie. Let's go. Now they're just a back. Yeah, now I think Scizor just cleans up. Let's go. They're gonna Sucker Punch then. I just want... We have E-Speed on Dragonite, so we can always just get rid of this thing later. Oh, goodbye, Excalibur. Yeah, that's a GG. Nice. I don't know if the speed tie exactly won us that match, but it was very handy. Put it that way. Alright. We'll do like 2 or 3 more battles, depending on what I win. Okay, here's another hands team. This one is Arcanine, so I kind of want to lead Dragonite. And in order to counter their Flutter Mane, if I lead Dragonite Scizor there, I don't have anything to touch their Iron Hands. And I like always need something on the field that can touch their Iron Hands. Let's start a Moongiz, or Flutter Mane, just in case they start a Moongiz. And Dragonite. And then we'll have Flutter Mane. I want to say Scizor in the back, but probably Shenpao is better in the back. Stat block that. We could side Will-O-Wisp Dragonite in order to get off the Terra Normal Facade strategy. Doesn't sound so bad. What Terra is there? A Moongiz. Moongiz is Terra Water. They can't... I mean, they can Will-O-Wisp. Would be super good of them to do so. I'm gonna predict this thing wants to maybe swap out. Could Terra Water swap out. Could bring an Iron Bundle. There's like a multitude of ways this could go. I really see them Terra Watering and then Sporing. We know, let's just burn Terra Normal. They don't really have any way to deal with Terra Normal other than bringing in Iron Hands. And if they Terra Water a Moongiz, that means that they can't Terra Iron Hands later. Okay, they Terra Water to Moongiz. Big damage. Spore fails, let's go. Perfect turn. Let's Will-O-Wisp King Gambit and Facade Moongiz. Okay, they protect. What do they do on King Gambit? King Gambit eats its Lumberry. King Gambit SDs. That's not great. Let's bring in Sword Art Online, and this is where it was kind of handy to have Stomping Tantrum. So I could just hit... Well, I can only hit things with Facade right now. feel like they gotta switch back into Arcanine, right? If I get rid of Amoonguss, then... yeah, that's fine. I'm cool with trading Amoonguss for some... or all of Dragonite's attack. Okay, that's cool. Should bring back in Fluttermane. They're probably gonna bring back Arcanine. No, they bring in Hands now. Okay. I say we protect. They could very well. What is their Iron Hand set? Is it Assault Vest? It's Assault Vest. Oh, it's gonna fake out. So I had to protect this turn, and we can afford to Will-O-Wisp the Hands. But I think it's better if we Will-O-Wisp the Kingambit. Yeah, there's the fake out. Alright, you're burned. I think that kills though. But you don't have a Terra. And we have a Moonblast. So we should just be able to Sacred Sword Kingambit and Moonblast Iron Hands here. Because we still have our Sash on Chien-Pao. Sucker Punch shouldn't be able to do enough to Fluttermane because of our bulk. I would be really surprised if it did, though. Because Kingambit was Lumberry previously. Oh, right, they still have Arcanine. Yeah, Arcanine kind of wins them the game right now. Sacred Sword, Kingambit, but they could just switch back into Hands. So I feel like the smartest move is just doubling into Arcanine. Oh, wow, okay, that just kills Fluttermane. Did not expect that. Yeah, now we just lose. Dang, okay. Well, that's a GG. Really? Sucker Punch kills Fluttermane from full health? I find that so hard to believe. Are they? No, there's no way they're Supreme Overlord. Yeah, they're Defiant. What? How did Kingambit do that? Huh. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Okay, this is an interesting bunch of lads that are giving me their team sheet. Is this the Dondozo team? Dondozo is Tetsugiri's commander. Wo-Chien is here. Wo-Chien hasn't been very popular, but I don't like the idea of being stalled into oblivion. Like, I really don't. I'm gonna start Palafin and I guess Scizor. And I'll have Dragonite in the back. And what helps me clean up the most here? Given that something goes wrong, I guess Fluttermane does. Right? They start Komura, Dondozo. Let's just switch out to Dragonite, and I want to deal some chip into Dondozo. Power Scizor, not that much. We live that with Scizor. Great. Okay, the Dondozo eats its Citrus Berry, but now we're pretty fast. Probably not faster than Glamora, though. We could double E-speed it, and then that brings that down to Sash. Or I could Rock Slide it. Rock Slide gives us the flinch chance then on Dondozo. Toxic Debris gets set up. Oh, you had a thing. Oh, we missed Glamora with Rock Slide. That's so bad. You don't even flinch Dondozo, man. Well, crud. We could... I guess we're just depending on Palafin to save us now. That was just real bad RNG. No way around that. I think ideally Dondozo wants to get big here. Let's just Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, Dondozo wants to get big. And Terra Waters. Okay, almost destroys itself. Now Kitzel comes in. We can Terra Water ourselves. We can just punch Dondozo. And then we'll get some... if I was Terra Normal, I could have gotten the Toxic Spikes to set my status for me. Just E-Speed Tots... No, wait, I can't E-Speed Tatsugiri. Because Jet Punch... It'll go after Jet Punch. Let's just save our Terra this turn. We shouldn't need... I might need to KO Dondozo, though. Terra Water, Jet Punch, and then just Facade, Tatsugiri. Okay, Wo-Chin comes in. What does Wo-Chin most want to do? Oh, that didn't kill. It must have high rolled and low rolled. Oh, frick. Well, now I definitely lose. Maybe this team isn't as good as I originally thought it was. Man, I can't believe the Facade brought it down to below half and then the E-Speed didn't kill it. That's so unlucky. Just join, are you doing a strat or just a personal team? This is just a personal team. Just kind of screwing around with this team that I made a while ago. How are you doing, start game? This is a bull team. Or it just says intimidate. It just says intimidate. Huh. You look good here. Amoonguss is always a tad bit worrying. I kind of want to bait it into Terraing if it starts. But also they have Tauros. Start Opera. Start Opera and Talonflame, and then have Dragonite and... No, I have to start Palafin. We'll start Palafin, we'll have Fluttermane and Dragonite in the deck. Rotom and Among Us. I don't specifically fear. They might try to burn Palafin on a moon or with thing. I'm just afraid of falling asleep on Fluttermane because that would really stink. I don't know a way to stop that. Okay, that's great. Will-O-Wisp into Dragonite is good. Spore into Fluttermane is not as good. But I'll take what we can get in this economy. Let's just start facading things then. They can't really hurt Fluttermane, so I'll just wait for Fluttermane to wake up. I wish I targeted a different slot. Oh, they crit me with Thunderbolt. Really? That 100% matters, because now I might be in Fluttermane Moonblast range. Ah, that sucks. And their Terra Ghost. Okay, I could have looked at that. To be fair, I could have looked at that, but like I just decided not to. Alright, well my Terra's been wasted, but their Terra will also be wasted here in a sec, because they either bring in Amogus or their other Pokemon, and if they don't bring in Amogus, then they can't. Yeah. So... Tauros is going to be faster than Dragonite. So the easiest thing that they could do here is just click Close Combat into that slot. I think they should switch out Rotom here. Or Protect. Either way, Rotom's not doing anything. So I think I should just take the Dragonite sack and see what they attack into. I'm gonna swap Talonflame in. And then Shadow Ball Tauros. Yeah, Rotom protects. Oh, and that's just a KO. Let's go. I mean, I love Tauros, but goddamn, buddy, that you did not take that well. Amogus does not like taking the combination of these moves. So close. That's a dub. Am I faster than the Rotom? Maybe not. Shadow Ball shouldn't matter though. That's how Fluttermane gets it done. It's like 76% most used Pokemon for a reason. Okay, Fluttermane waking up on that one turn was pretty clutch though. I mean, them critting me with Thunderbolt was not clutch, so I guess the RNG kind of unbalanced itself out. But man, Terra Ghost and Rotom though, that was kind of crazy. I mean, like they gave me the team sheet, and I could have looked at it, but that's boring sometimes. What were they? Yeah, they were Intimidate. They had Mirror Herb though. Yeah, it's become more of a common thing to not have Unaware Dondozo anymore. Sometimes they run Oblivious just to deal with Intimidate Gyarados. Just kind of neat. Kind of neat to see a meta evolve. Well, on that win, I am going to grab the second team that I built for Reg C and never used. So let me import from text. Let me go over to my text page document. And it's this one. Yeah, I think this is one of the versions of it. I went through a lot of versions of this team. Save. Okay, so this is my Corviknight team that I made during Reg C. Because Corviknight's like pretty good. I actually got a pretty high ranking with this team, and then I ruined it by screwing around. But Corviknight at the start of the season was really good, just because there was no Iron Hands to really check it. Even if there was, it wasn't doing the right things to check Corviknight. But the basic gist of the team here is that we have Ceruledge and Corviknight, and we need to get either of them Iron Defensing or Swords Dancing, or to sweep through the enemy team, and then everything else is just kind of support to make sure that that doesn't happen. But starting off, we have Chen Pao. Chen Pao is, again, just a really good sort of... It's not a support, because it's an attacker. Like, we all understand that. But its ability is really handy for increasing the physical damage of things, and we have a good number of physical damage mons here that I was using. But Ice Bear, Sucker Punch, Sacred Sword, Protect, and this one's Terra Dark just because I wasn't too partial on defensive Terras at this point, and didn't really need defensive Terra. And this one really doesn't need defensive Terra, because if something is fake outing, they run the risk of proccing Glamora's ability, or I can just intimidate with them with Arcanine so that the other Pokemon isn't doing too much damage, or they're just not going to do anything if they somehow hit Ceruledge. And we have Protect, so it's not that important for us to Terra Ghost. Then we have Ceruledge, big sweeper here. Terra Normal to avoid Fluttermane Shadow Balls completely. Terra Normal isn't a bad defensive type, considering that then you're only weak to fighting, and you can hit fighting with just Bitterblade. just Bitterblade, really. Not very many fighting types in the format at this point, I don't think. I don't know, this was a long time ago. In my defense, like a month and a half ago. Actually, more like 2 months ago. Yeah. But Shadow Sneak, Bitterblade, Sword Stamp, Attack. We have Covert Cloak just so that we don't get Salt Cured, which Garganacl's fallen off in Reg C, so that's why this team didn't go through. I just ended up changing so much about it. We also have EVs to do specific things that I don't remember. What was I trying to outspeed with these EVs? I honestly don't remember. I needed a little bit of bulk and a little bit of speed to beat certain things, and I don't remember what they are. At all. Next we have Tinglu, who I did mention on the last team. They like Tinglu a lot. Tinglu's funny, just because he ruinations and he fissures. And like, if you're against a super tanky team, just Fisher. This Fisher is needed whenever there is a Wochien or a Dondozo on the field, or an enemy Tinglu that just wants to tank the entire game out and just not be fun. So you click Fisher to make sure that that doesn't happen. If something gets too bulky before you can set up on them, you just click Fisher, it'll win you the game. Stomping Tantrum, Protect, Leftovers, Terra Grass to just have a good defensive typing and avoid getting slept. Your defense tanky because you don't need any attack if you're using Fisher and Ruination. Really more of a support Pokemon, you know. Next we have Glamora. I like Glamora a lot. Why did I make this Terra Rock though? What Power Gem KO was I trying to pick up? I have no recollection of that. Glamora, it's Mortal Spin, Sludge Bomb. Why did I have more? What was I doing with this team? Mortal Spin and Sludge Bomb for both different poisoning needs. Also have the Assault Vest. And no defense. All speed, no defense. What was I doing? Well, I was crazy back then. Power Gem, Earth Power, just good coverage moves. Energy Ball is also good if you're going to be Terra Grass, but for some reason I'm Terra Rock. Arcanine is just defensive pivot. I also have Wild Charge on it because I needed to hit Pelipper's for going Terra Water and then Wild Charging the Pelipper's. It was a lot more useful than using Flare Blitz, but we have Will-O-Wisp and Snarl for lowering the physical attack and special attack of things, and we have Wild Charge for hitting Pelipper's and other water types that are in the format. Aqua Berry to make this last a long time. This is a real... I guess I'll finish Corviknight's summary, but Corviknight is Figgy Berry, Terra Dragon, which gets rid of your fire and your electricity weaknesses, and now you're only weak to Fairy, Dragon, and Ice, which deals with pretty much all of those. so they can't really call when your Terra is going to happen, if your Terra is going to happen. But we have Iron Defense and Body Press, which just goes so good sometimes, because you just can't beat it unless you have a special attacker who can do so, and a lot of the Pokemon on the team are meant to make it so that you can't do that. But we also have Roost, so we just sit on the field for forever, and we body press things. We also have Drill Peck. Used to have Power Trip on this set, but Power Trip Iron Defense wasn't as good as it sounded, because it would take me forever to set up the Iron Defenses, and it didn't solve my... I think I was having a Golden Go problem, because Golden Go has always had Thunderbolt. Golden Go's not as much of a problem since Iron Hands has risen in popularity. So, yeah, I'm interested to see how this team still does. I got, like, a pretty high ranking with this team at one point. Did I not save that? No, I did. It's just in Title 3. Okay, we have a Mouse Ape team with Among Us and Fluttermane and Dragonite and Chimpow. There's a lot of ways that this can go. There's a lot of openings that I don't like. I really don't know what to do about... I don't remember how to do this. I feel like Tangela, right? That's the thing that we can do. We could lead Arcanine, except Ape is going to get its Defiant boost, so maybe not. Corviknight doesn't sound so... Did I have a Mouse Ape answer? Because I feel like that's no. Other than Terranormal Cerulege. Okay, my opponent has decided to reject team sheets, which is not fun. Might be better to lead Glamora, because at least then I can Immortal Spin. Get everything poisoned up. I'll have Corviknight in the back, because Corviknight just absolutely bodies Dragonite Chimpow. And I guess I'll have Glamora in the back, because why not? Okay, these are Fluttermane Ape, so they might be Fast Ape, actually. Their speed, so we can safely just click Fisher. I hate saying that, but we can. We can click Fisher and then maybe just Protect. I'd like to think that Fluttermane is going to do something real fancy this turn. But I kind of just want to Shadow Sneak and see what happens. Okay. Shadow Ball, yeah. Rage Fist. That's fine. We land the Fisher because we're good. Glamora now comes in. Problem is they're faster than us, though. They want to Ice-type move into my Tinglu, I think. And Fluttermane wants to do whatever the heck Fluttermane wants to do. I just want a Mortal Spin. Mortal Spin will break Sash. Okay, they Moonblast into Tinglu, which is good for us. And Ice Spitter into Tinglu, which is good for us. Mortal Spin is going to poison both targets. That breaks Sash on Chimpow if it has a Sash, and now it's poisoned, so it's going to slowly take a little bit more damage, but it does get rid of Fluttermane. Mousehold comes in, and Mousehold is going to be Friend Guard support. Follow me. I think I value the Ruination here more. We just need to get this into a spot where Corviknight can win by clicking Body Press literally once. That's just it. That's the game plan at this point. Good Sludge Bomb the Mousehold. I think attacking the Mousehold at this point is like our highest priority. This Ruination Mousehold. Oh, I could just Power Gem Chimpow. Then we... Hold on. If I do that, then we just instant win. Yeah, they didn't even redirect. What were they doing? Now we just win. There's nothing this Mousehold can do. Even if Population Bomb killed Tinglu there, I still just win. Because I bring in Corviknight, and Corviknight Iron Defenses once. And even though you still have Terra, right? You don't Terra or Restalize anything, I don't think. No. Okay, so this player made some questionable moves, but I'll take a win. I like wins. Wins are great. Ah, this is one of those teams that I really never ever wanted to play. This is Dreadnought, and Dreadnought scares me a whole lot. Also Golden Go is here. Why is he here? What's he doing here? What's his purpose? At the cost of my sanity, I'm going to lead Shenpao Corviknight. And then have... No, I can't have Glamora in the back. I'll have Cerulege Tinglu in the back. Okay, they're mousing it. So there's a lot of ways that this can go. Number one way that it can go, though, is them... They can Terra Ghost, right? That's definitely a thing that they could do. But if I click Sacred Sword into Mouse, then they die. Then they bring you down to Sash. I get a free Iron Defense on Corviknight. Everybody's happy. But if they Terra Ghost and beat up into Annihilate before it activates ability, then I Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch will do damage anyways. Okay, they Terra Watered. Okay, that's about half. Pop Bomb. Okay, they just want to kill Shenpao here. I'm fine with that, I think. They bulk up, but we Iron Defense. So, now the thing is, we don't have a thing that's faster than the mouse, so the mouse is going to be able to get off the strategy. I think it'll be a lot more clear that we should Fisher the Annihilate and then just body press the mouse. If we pick up the Fisher KO, great. Oh, I just wish I clicked Sacred Sword. There's so many ways that endgame starts. It's just impossible to know all of them. Like, I click Sacred Sword there and then I'm fine. Okay, Fisher misses. But yeah, now we lose. Damn, I just wish I clicked Sacred Sword. That's just the thing about mouse ape openings. You never know how they're gonna go. I can't even get out of this by, like, roosting. Oh wait, maybe I can get out of this by, like, roosting. Nah. Hydro Pump crit didn't matter. I'm gonna make a play here that I have to call correctly. I feel like they Hydro... No, I think they Drain Punch here, or Hydro Pump here. I think I have to count on the Drain Punch not killing based on how bulky I am. And Sword Stance. Shadow Sink that slot. That's all I really can do. Doesn't even kill. Well, shucks. Yeah, that's just the mouse ape opening. Alright, next time I'll just Sacred Sword that slot. Next time I'll just say screw it and Sacred Sword that slot. Oh, this is quite strange. I feel like I've seen this team before, though. This is like Choice Scarf Final Gambit, isn't it? I don't have any... Well, I do have priority on my team that can touch this, so I should probably lead with that. Let's also have Cerulege for setup. Now let's have Corviknight as our win condition in the back. And Glamora just to poison things might be good. I'm not too afraid of the keys. Even though I feel like I should maybe be afraid of the keys. Tatsugiri might also be a problem. Is there... Dunsparce is rattled, which it could use to its advantage, but if we have Sucker Punch, then it's not going to be doing any stored power shenanigans. Okay, we have Dunsparce. So I'm tempted just to click Sucker Punch into Dunsparce and then Bitter Blade into Klefki. But we have been down that road before, and Sacred Sorting normal types tends to work out in our favor. Just saying. Yeah, we have priority anyways. Okay, now what do they do? Rocks. Rocks kind of hurt. That still picks up KO. If Klefki's not gonna do anything, I kind of want to SD. Okay, here comes A. So I'm in a spot where I could get all of my health back. I'm worried about a Terra, though. A Terra Fire might actually ruin my entire career here. I freaking knew it. Yeah, Rage Fist. Oh, I should have just clicked the Shadow Snake. I mean, I guess it would have done about the same damage, but now we have Glamora. Glamora should be faster. Probably. Okay, Tingly's coming in. Still over Terra. Or Terra Rock, which is kind of an L. I think they can only really... This thing probably wants to Thunder Wave one of my Pokemon. But Chimpa should still be faster unless they're max speed. They teared their Ape. So another Ape is in the back at 34%. With a couple of Rage Fist stacks. So I'm gonna keep it a stack. And if they physical hit me, I'm okay with that. Okay, now what's Tinglu going to do? It Fishers. That's fair. Fair gameplay. Good move. Now I spinner this and Power Gem this. They knew the win con. Kind of. Okay, they have another turn to land a Fisher now. Or they just decide to stopping Chien-Pao. That's fine. It's in my best interest to Iron Defense. Because they can't Fisher me. It's in my best interest to Iron Defense. And then make sure that this kills. And now we're just good. Okay, how many games have I played with this team? 3? 3 or 4, and I think I'm 2-2. Or 2-3. I might have lost 3 games. We'll do one more. And then I kind of want to work on other things today. Just get it out. This is a unique one. This one is Garchomp. And Talonflame. I think this would be like an early Series 2 team, except it has Chien-Pao on it. I don't really know what to like here though, to make my life any better. I don't have anything fast. Start Arcanine, Glamora. Have Corviknight in the back. And then we need Tingler to beat Annihilate endgame, I think. Or not Annihilate, Iron Hands endgame. Still Edge wouldn't be bad though. No, I think Tingler's better. For Ruination support, really. Okay, so I don't have much to stop them from just clicking Make It Rain here, other than Snarl. They don't have much to stop me either. Like, Talonflame wants Tailwind, and then Goldingo always has the chance of nasty plotting here. I'm Assault Vest. Spread damage. Let's switch into Corviknight. Okay, they Tailwind. They Make It Rain. That's resisted, but still does a bit more than I'm okay with. But that breaks Talonflame's priority. Goldingo's now at minus a bunch. I don't have the ability to break Goldingo with this Pokemon, though. Is the issue. So I say we switch back into Tinglu. Okay, Iron Hands is coming in. Tinglu's been taunted, so does that mean I can't Ruination? Did they accept team sheets? They did not. So they could Terra Fire Ape here. There's a Steel type when I could just click a Ground type move. That's a little strange. Wild Charge is going to come in handy here. Make it rain, but we have our ability decreasing it. That has to be specs, right? Like, that has to be specs. Wild Charge doesn't pick up KO, which isn't that good. Stomping Tantrum also does a lot less because we're burned. Now's the time that I wish I had E-Speed on my Pokemon. Leftovers isn't really doing much for us here. I'd say I just wild charge the Talonflame to see or what they do. And then just try to click Fisher again. Is that double KO? Okay. Oh, the time ended. The music ended. Doop. Okay, Talonflame is dead, but so is most of my team. You're locked into Steel type move though, but that would kill Corvin. I had to do this, I think. I really don't want to take damage on Glamora, but Glamora should be fine. If anything, they switch in Iron Hands here. I get to preserve my Arcanine Intimidate status. And like Iron Defense or Roost. I think Hydro Pump just kills here, so I have to use my Terra Dragon. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I decided to stay in. Make it rain. That kills Glamora when it's half? But we're assault vested! What? That's insane. God damn, Go and Go. Alright, well, I lose. No chance here. Now they just click Ice type move and I lose. This has to be like a crit vibe. Nah. Nah. Wow, Make It Rain even kills Corviknight from this range? This thing is cracked. What did they give this Golden Go? Special kind of Wheaties. Man, this thing's kind of crazy. How did they get this Golden Go to be so cracked? Okay, so I lost that game. I'm okay with that. But, yeah, this is me coming back and practicing for a bit. I feel like those are, like, the two teams that I built, and they were both good at different points in the meta, but they're maybe not that good right now, based on what is currently viable. I haven't been in a Reg C in a while, but they're fun. I like them a lot. Especially Corviknight endgames. Corviknight endgames with body press go hard, as long as you can get things dead. I don't know, I need to figure out. I did have Scream Tail on this team at one point, and that was pretty handy. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, maybe consider leaving a like on the video, and even consider subscribing, because both those things help me out an absolute ton. And tomorrow, I don't know what we're doing. I really don't. It might be... Tomorrow's Friday, right? Oh, if I can help it, we're going to be starting a new series tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow. But stay tuned. So